All right, welcome back. So, you have now read the article, American Aid to Poverty, and I hope that you found it challenging. It's a little bit of a tough read in terms of it has some tough concepts, but it's also challenging personally. So, hopefully, you got the gist of it, right? Hopefully, after you read the account, you viewed Bob as a horrible, despicable human being who was choosing his Bugatti, right, his expensive luxury car, over the life of an innocent child. And the problem the article makes then and points out is that really you and I are all making that choice if we're not giving money to help end absolute poverty around the world, because we then are dooming an innocent child to death by not helping take care of them. And the thing is, too, not only that, but in a lot of ways, we expect Bob, I know he's a fictional character, but we expect Bob to make a tougher sacrifice than we would ever have to make. So the article points out that Bob's Bugatti cost roughly $200,000, and he would lose $200,000 if he saved that one child. Whereas you and I would only have to give, roughly give or take $200 a year to save the life of a child each year. And so, in fact, we would have to make a much smaller sacrifice than Bob would have to make to save a child. And of course, most of us don't do that. So that's kind of the point of the article, right? Is that the solution to absolute poverty is really very simple, at least on a small scale. But the fact of the matter is that most wealthy people around the world don't choose to help in any way. So that's not to make you feel guilty, but it's to make you realize that there are solutions, and you could, if you want to, be a part of one of those small solutions. So I've attached a link in your folder today to an organization called Compassion International. If you're interested in checking out how you could sponsor a child similar to what the article referenced, that's a website that has some info. I'm not here to make myself sound so great or amazing, but my wife and I have chosen to sponsor 2 children that way, and it costs about $38 a month for each of them. And as we saw from our minimum wage budget project, you actually can find very easily $38 a day. I'm sorry, $38 a month to do that, right? Just about any American can find $38, right? That's not having a coffee a day. That's, deciding 4 or 5 times to go to McDonald's instead of going out for a more expensive meal in a month. So it's easily doable. We just have to decide whether we want to help or not. Okay, so enough about that. We're wrapping up the topic of poverty now. And since we can't do in-person discussion or debate, you're going to have to do an online one. So let me just kind of warn you, this question, you're going to have a bigger personal response that you'll have to make tomorrow.
You've got mail.
But you are going to get a chance to do a smaller response to the question today, and also kind of see how some of your classmates are responding, so that you have some idea of what the other side is thinking, and how you can respond or be more persuasive in your assignment tomorrow. So you're going to do a discussion board. For those of you who haven't done one before, you're going to need to post 1 paragraph, okay, 3 to 5 sentences, on your answer to this question. Should Americans be more concerned with poverty here in America or in countries elsewhere in the world? Okay, and remember, in America, we typically have relative poverty, all right, but it's our own country. And in other countries, they tend to have absolute poverty, but it's not our country. It's not people we'll probably ever meet. So which one should we be more concerned about? Only choose one. Okay, don't give me both. Nope. This is supposed to be a tough question. It's supposed to make you think and challenge what you are thinking and what you know. So poverty in America, poverty elsewhere. Which one should we be more concerned about? Second part of the assignment, then, you need to comment on 2 of your classmates' posts. And you need to comment in a way that shows me that you read what they put. So I gave examples in the directions, but don't say, nice job, man. I agree, dude. Because you could type that and not ever have read their comment. Okay? So give me something meaningful. Just a sentence. Just 2 short sentences. Like, nice job. I agree. People in absolute poverty have it much tougher and we should help them. Or, I disagree. Somebody in Africa is somebody that I'll never meet. I should be more willing to help my neighbor down the street. Okay, there you go. And that would fulfill your requirement to comment on 2 other people's posts. So again, the question is, should Americans be more concerned with poverty here in the United States or in countries elsewhere around the world? Only choose one side. Be persuasive, okay? And we'll see what you think.